Everyone, today we are going to do the theme of all the chapters which are included in the Prose for Young Learners book recommended by GNDU. This video is also a sort of summary that you can go through before sitting for your examinations. First chapter is on spendthrifts. This is written by A.G. Gardiner. You must remember that. And in case you write this A.G. Gardiner answers, your answers look much presentable. Just trust me. Now, this theme of this chapter is what you're spending. Whenever the question or theme of summary comes, you always first discuss what actually is discussed in this chapter, that is what you're spending. After writing the theme, then you can elaborate onto the summary of the entire chapter. Next chapter is The Power of Women. It's written by Richard Gordon, and this chapter basically deals with the theme of the positive role that is played by women in the men's life. Next is A Dialogue on Democracy, which is written by Albert Sidney Hornby. This dialogue on democracy is a kind of thoughtful conversation between two people, and this chapter deals with the subjective nature of democracy and how the concept of democracy varies from one country to another country. And finally, they conclude that democracies cannot be restricted to only one definition. Next is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and it is adopted from UN Charter. This chapter basically tells us that human rights are very essential to prevent bias and all sorts of discrimination based on caste, religion, color. Next is Symptoms. This chapter is written by Jerome K. Jerome. This chapter makes fun of human weakness of self-diagnosis. Next chapter is Beauty and the Beast, which is written by R.K. Narayan. This chapter deals with the concept of beauty in a beautiful manner, and this chapter tells us that the concept of beauty is subjective. That means it varies from one person to another. Next chapter is With the Song on Their Lips, which is written by Hugh and Colin. This chapter tells us, and it is quite important chapter also, its theme is that oral tradition and art can actually sustain a community's tradition. Okay, in this chapter we saw that how people they have preserved their lifelong tradition with them with the help of oral tradition by singing songs and performing a sort of art. Next is The School for Sympathy, which is written by E.V. Lucas. This chapter tells us that sympathy is learnable skill, not just an emotion. Next is Financial Career, which is written by Stephen Leacock. It tells us that there still exists a communication gap between people and formal institutions. Next is AIDS. This is adopted from UN report of 2004. This chapter deals with the seriousness and awareness regarding chronic problem of AIDS worldwide.